The Nagas of the Indian subcontinent, the Aboriginal Nagas of Australia, and the Negro of the African continent are the most ancient tribes of the world. All other tribes most probably originated from these tribes. However, mankind has not understood yet why these original tribes are called by these words and how these words emerged. In this video, we are going to show conclusively that all these tribes are one and the same, and they originated from Kumari continent, the submerged landmass which connected Africa, Australia, and South India. Not only that, we are going to show how Yaksha, Chera, Pandya, and Chola people of South India emerged. The African words nigger, negro, etc. have multiple meanings. They are black, naked, and original. Similarly, the Indian words naga, nakkamer, and nok, etc. have multiple meanings. They are black, naked, original, and man. It is worth noting that the word nok means man. One of the meanings of both sets of words is original. Hence, both these tribes were the original tribes of the planet. As their names sound quite similar, Naga and Negro, they should have been the same people, and the name should have deformed from a single root word. What was that word? It's a common knowledge that man should have originally evolved with undeveloped but capable speaking faculty. He should have cultivated speech over a period of time, transforming himself from a tribe making unintelligible sounds to a tribe speaking intelligible language. We know that the ultimate tool for speaking any language is tongue, called so in English. This English word evolved from a Tamil word pronounced as tongu, which means drooping. Dog has a drooping tongue. Tongu, tongu, tongue. It is worth noting that the common word for tongue should evolve from dog, which is the only animal with a drooping tongue. If tongue got its name, it should be from dog, which is the only animal that prominently displays its tongue, and dog had been the first animal domesticated by man, and it has been the friend of Shiva. Though the English word for tongue rightly originated from dog, English and its allied European languages are only recent languages. However, the English example has only served to establish the fact that the word for tongue originated from dog. Hence, the primitive word for tongue should also have originated from dog only. Hence, we should know how the first language of humanity addressed tongue. We would now set out to find the logical evolution of the primitive word for tongue. The primitive man should have identified and called animals by the sounds they make. For instance, crow was called kaham after the ka sound it makes. Ka, ka, kaka, kakam, kaham. The cow makes ma sound, and hence cow was called mad. Ma, mad. The goat makes ma sound, and hence it was called mesam. Ma, mesam. Likewise, dog should have been called lul or lolla after the sound it makes. The dog which was originally called lul or lolla came to be called na over a period of time. Lolla, nonna, na. Thus, dog should have been called na, which actually originated from the sound that the dog makes. But as the dog is identified by its prominently drooping tongue, this na, which originally stood for dog, should have meant tongue over a period of time. After na started to mean tongue, the dog was called nai. Na plus I, nai. I is a exclamatory sound which means beautiful, and hence nai means the animal with a beautiful tongue. That is how the dog got its name Nai in Tamil, the original language of humanity. The key point in this derivation is the deformation of la sound to na sound, namely lolla, nonna, na. I should provide proof that la sound deforms to na sound to substantiate my inference. It is actually a common observation that in most languages, L sound deforms to N sound. I would give a few examples. Al plus common, uncommon, uncommon. Al means not. Most of the English words starting with un sound evolved this way. As another example, I was originally called Kal in Tamil, following the black pupa of the eye, as Kal meant black. This Kal deformed to Kan as L sound changed to N sound. Kal, Kan. That is how I is called Kan after its black pupa in Tamil. The word Kannada, the language of Karnataka, originated from Kal plus Nadai, Kal Nadai, Kannadai, Kannada. Kal means black in Tamil, which represents black soil of Karnataka, and Nadai means style in Tamil. Kannada, which means black style, was slightly different from Madurai style of Tamil, and hence Kannada was originally a dialect of Tamil. Last but not the least, the Tamil word illai meaning no deformed to la, which again deformed to na meaning no in Sanskrit, and ultimately to no in English. Illai, illa, la, na, no. We have thus provided sufficient proof that la sound deforms to na sound. Hence, it is from lol sound of the dog was called na initially. Lolla, nonna, na. As the dog came to be called na based on the sound it is making with its tongue, the tongue itself was called na or nak in the course of time. As tongue called nak is a primary tool of speech, the man who could speak an intelligible language was called nakan or naka in ancient Tamil. The word naka deformed to naga, as is called in India, and this naga deformed to niga, nigga, nigger, negro in Africa. Hence, Naga and Negro were originally the same people. The Nagas who migrated to North India from Kumari continent lost their black pigment and became brownish in color. The Nagas who migrated to Australia retained more or less their original features. The Nagas who migrated to African Congo region picked up more of black pigment and kinky hair and called us Negroid race. I would deviate here to establish a related fact. Out of Africa theory is a mistaken notion and it should be established by the very name of these people. The Africans are called Bantu people and it is said to mean people or human by William Blake. It's a poor interpretation by a Westerner. The term Bantu actually means the people who arrived in Tamil instead of simply meaning people. Vandu, Bandu, Bantu, Bantu. Vandu means arrived in Tamil and shall be shown true via the wiki page shown here. For instance, in the Bantu language Luhya, Bantu is referred as Vandu and Vandru in Shinga Zitza and is similarly called in so many Bantu languages as shown in the slide. Bantu language is said to have evolved around Cameroon region and the Cameroonian speaking Tamil is evidence to my finding. Kindly watch the video titled Cameroonians Speak Tamil in this channel. All the Bantus use the term Muntu or Mutu to refer to humans and it is actually Mundiyor or Muthur in Tamil referring to ancient people and elderly people respectively, and both of them contextually mean primitive people. The Western researchers confused themselves with two different words, Muntu or Bantu, said to mean people, and erroneously thought that both the words had a common root into, meaning people in singular, and noun class plural prefixes mu the class 1 and ba the class 2, making Muntu and Bantu to mean people in plural. Mu plus into Muntu and ba plus into Bantu. This is absurd. The complete meaning of these two words aren't the same, and Muntu means primitive people and Bantu means people who arrived. Hence, though both the words refer to people, these two words together help us understand that they are the primitive people who came to Africa from elsewhere. Only the Tamil perspective would reveal the true history of mankind. Hence, these people migrate to Africa from Kumari continent, otherwise called as Lemuria, long ago and called themselves as arrived people by the ancient Tamil word Vandu or Bantu. Even though their original Tamil language went through lots of changes in the course of time, this word, which traced their origin, remained intact and subsequently evolved as the name of the race. Even the word Khoisan, referring to the South African Negroids, is a Tamil word and analyzing it would be beyond the scope of this video. Having originated from tropical region, Nagas were originally black and that's how Naga or Negro meant black. As ever the first tribe, they both were conscious that they were the original people. That's why these words meant original. The ancient tribes were originally naked and later on they started wearing animal skins as a dress. Hence, these Naga and Negro words also meant naked. I was amused when I came to know that the tribe of Naga was interpreted as snake charmers or snake worshippers. My analysis of the origin of the Naga word has cleared the puzzle behind it. However, to doubly establish that Nagas were not named after Nagam, the Tamil word meaning cobra, I have to investigate the origin of the word Nagam, the cobra. The English word cobra itself is a word of Tamil origin. This etymology, to my knowledge, has already been done by Maso Victor. Ko plus Aravam, Ko plus Ara, Kobara, Kobara, Cobra. Ko means king in Tamil and Aravam or Ara means snake in Tamil. Hence, Cobra means king of snakes because of its beautiful hood. This point that Cobra means king of snakes should be kept in mind. We would now derive the origin of the word Nagam meaning cobra. As snake rises like this, as shown in the video clip, snake was called in Tamil as Pambu. This word originated from Pambu, which means to rise in Tamil. This word should have again originated from Vambu. Vambu, Pambu, Pambu. The English word pump also originated from Tamil word Pambu, which means to rise. Pambu, Pampu, Pump. The point to remember here is that Pambu is another word for Aravam in Tamil, which means snake. Likewise, apart from Ko, another word for king in Tamil is Nayagan. The word Nayagan originated from Na, the tongue. Na plus Ahan, Navahan, Nayagan. Ahan means possessor. Hence, Nayagan means possessor of tongue, meaning orator. An orator naturally leads people. Hence, Nayagan means leader or king. Hence, Nayaga plus Pambu, Nayaga Pambu, Naga Pambu, Nagam, Nagam. That is how cobra got its name Nagam, and both these words originated from Tamil with the same theme, that is, king of snakes. Hence, the name of the Naga tribe did not originate from snake, neither by charming it nor by worshipping it. Though Naga snake and Naga tribe got their names from tongue, cobra got its Indian name Nagam from tongue indirectly through the word Nayagan, and the Naga tribe got their name from tongue directly through Naku, the primitive word for tongue. Now that we have established that Nagas were Tamils and the etymological origin of the Naga word, we shall now consider who the Yakshas were. The word Yaksha originated from Yakka. We would now see how this word evolved. In Tamil, Yakkas are being called Iyakkar. This confused me initially, as Iyakkar shall mean director in Tamil, and I was wondering what these ancient people directed actually. But I realized soon that as per Tamil grammar, for any word that starts with the Ya or Ra sound, it was customary to prefix the words by the vowel sound E. Yakka, Iyakka. Hence, Yakka is the correct phonetic term, and the Yakkar was a later grammatical concoction of Yakka only. You would understand it well when we decode the word Yakka. Though the early mankind chose to live on the mountain because of the availability of lots of natural caves, mankind actually evolved from the ground only. In fact, man emerged from the sea rather than directly from the monkey. Two main reasons are: 1. Man does not have hair like that of monkey, and sea-born animals don't have hair either. 2. Man is having paddle-like feet to wade through water, which monkeys don't have. Thanks to Mr. Parisalan, who originally brought this information to me. Hence, a section of the Naga people who could not find sufficient caves for residing on the ground climbed the mountain in search of natural homes called caves. The Naga people who stayed back on the ground called the section of the Naga who climbed the mountains as Yakka. Hence, the word Yakku should have meant rise or climb in Tamil. We are considering the very early period that spoken language was just emerging and people were coining new words to express themselves. How could they have found the word for climbing? If you forcibly utter the word Yakku, you would see that your abdomen would be rising up. You shall practice this and find it for yourself. As the abdomen is rising up when they pronounced Yakku, they used the sound Yakku to refer to rising up or climbing up. That is how the word Yakku evolved. Yakku dictionary pages display to prove the meaning of Yakku. This was the most primitive vocabulary for rising up in Tamil. Hence, the Naga who stayed on the ground called those who climbed the mountains as Yakkan or Yakka. Hence, the Yakkas, also called as Yakshas, were the mountain dwellers, and it is not surprising that that is how they are known even today. For instance, the attendant deities of Samana Tirthankaras were called Yaksha and Yakshini. Adinatha, the Shiva, was the first Tirthankarar, and he was a mountain man and leader, and the Yakshas were the mountain tribe who obviously attended to their leader. This tradition of associating yakshas with Tirthankaras originated from Adinatha, the first Tirthankarar, and followed for all other Tirthankaras. Thus, obviously, Naga and Ekka were the most ancient tribes of Sri Lanka, as it was the immediate surviving land which did not submerge under the sea during the deluge. Naga and Ekka both were Tamils, which is obvious. The section of the original Naga people who stayed on the ground itself were called Naga, carrying their original name, which means the first tribe who spoke intelligible language. The section of the original Naga tribe who chose to live on the mountains was called Yakka or Yaksha. As Karnataka is a mountainous region, its ancient folk art is called Yakshagana after the word Yaksha, which means mountain dwellers. The Nagas who stayed on the ground should have been small in number compared to the ones who climbed the mountains, as there are not many caves available on the ground. I have said that Ekka was the most ancient term for rising up. However, as days went by, many new words started emerging, and one such new word for Ekka is Eru. If we pronounce Eru forcefully, abdomen would rise again and stay there as long as we sound it. Tamil language, which started with zero vocabulary, owns quite more than 300,000 words today. Hence, in the course of time, new words emerged, and one such new word for rising is Eru, and hence the mountain dwellers were called Erer, meaning climbers. This Erer deformed to Serer, as it is commonly known that Ya sound would deform to Sa sound. Serer was also pronounced as Cherer. The Sri Lankan mountain dwellers were called Serer, and that is the reason ancient Sri Lanka was called Serendip, which deformed from Serantivu, where Tivu means island in Tamil. Sri Lanka was also called as Nagadeepa after the Naga tribe. Sri Lanka was called Tivu in Tamil, as it looks like a flame, and as flame is called Ti in Tamil. That's how island was called Tivu in Tamil. The English word island is of debatable etymology, but I think that it should have originated after Iceland, an island northwest of England. The Western Ghat region of Tamil Nadu is called Cheranadu, as it is a mountain region. As the mountain people were hunter-gatherers, the flag of the Chera kingdom was obviously bow and arrow. We shall now establish the origin of Pandya. Ramayana is said to have happened about 7,000 years ago. Ravana was the king of Sri Lanka during Ramayana. But Ravana had obtained the rulership from Kubera, the richest person of the world of that era. Until the times of Kubera, entire humanity was just hunter-gatherers, whether they lived on the mountain or on the ground. Hence, humanity did not have food security, and hence food was the most precious item in those days. Hence, whoever had food security was called the richest person. We know that food security could have come only through agriculture. Kubera should have been the first king who initiated agriculture in ancient Sri Lanka in his times. We heap agricultural products as shown in the figure. Heap is called Kuviyam in Tamil. Kuviyam, Kubiyam. Kubiyam plus Eru, Kuberu, Kubera. Eru means ascend. Hence, Kubera is the one who ascended in fame because of the Kuviyam he possessed. Kubera had heaps of variety of food materials like paddy, maize, ragi, etc., which shall be preserved and consumed all through the year, and hence guaranteeing food security. Obviously, he was the richest person on the earth in his times. In the times of acute food shortage, food should have been the costly commodity. It is very easy to grasp that starving man would give any amount of gold or diamond just for a single meal. Hence, when entire humanity was hunter-gatherers, it was Kubera who initiated agriculture in ancient Lanka, and hence called by this title name. The most important tools of agriculture, apart from the bulls, are plough and bullock cart. Obviously, 7,000 years ago, Kubera should have invented wheel, without which bullock cart could not have been made. Description of chariot in Ramayana is a proof that cart was invented in the times of Ramayana. Indra, the son of Ravana, was the rain god. Kindly watch True Identity of Indra, the sky god, published in this channel. As agriculture is associated with rain, the ancient Lankan agriculturist clan was called Deva Indra Kula Velalar after Indran. Velalar means agriculturist. These Velalars had been cultivating mostly delta regions of the rivers of ancient Lanka. These Lankan Velalars migrated to Vaigai and Tamarabarni river delta region of ancient Tamil Nadu in the times of Mahabharata about 5,000 years ago. They were called Mallas by the local population in ancient Tamil Nadu as they were very black compared to the local population in ancient Tamil Nadu. Mal or Mal means black in Tamil. Mallas were black for two reasons. One, they were agriculturists working under the sun all day long. Two, they migrated from a land south of Tamil Nadu called Lanka, which was close to the equator than Tamil Nadu and hence blacker than Tamil Nadu people. Local population in ancient Tamil Nadu at the time should not have been as black as the Mallas, as Tamil Nadu Yakka or Chera were living on the mountains, which were cooler places. The Nagas who lived as cattle herders on the ground in Tamil Nadu at the time were also not as black as the Mallas, as they did not spend all the time under the sun like Mallas. That's how the brownish or greyish population of ancient Tamil Nadu most likely addressed the newly migrated agricultural tribe as Mallas who migrated from Lankan region. My idea that Mallas might have migrated to ancient Tamil Nadu from Lankan region originated on the following counts. 1. They are called Deva Indra Kula Velalar after Indran, the rain god of ancient Lanka, who was the son of Ravana. Even today, Devendra Kula Velalar community is farming community in Sri Lanka. 2. Sri Lanka practiced agriculture during Kubera time itself, and it is natural for such people to migrate to newer fertile lands to expand their profession. 3. They were black compared to the local population and hence addressed as Mallas by the local population. Hence, it is Mallas who introduced agriculture to Tamil Nadu. They were having bullock cart, which was called Vandi in Tamil. The bullock cart was originally called Vandi in Tamil as it comes when pulled. Vandi deformed to Vandi. Vandi, Vandi. Vandi deformed to Pandi and again to Pandi. Vandi, Pandi, Pandi. Hence, as Vandi is indispensable for agriculture, its deformed word Pandi meant agriculture. Pandier means agriculturist. I had already said that Pandier started agriculture at the delta region of Vaigai and Tamrabarni rivers of ancient Tamil Nadu. As delta region was close to the sea, these people were also fishermen apart from being farmers. Hence, they cultivated both the blue land called sea and the green agricultural land together. This period of time was called Dwapara Yuga by Krishna. Dwa means two and Para means vast. Dwapara means two vast lands called sea and agri lands. Hence, the Pandya of Mahabharata times practiced both fishing and agriculture. The god of agriculture was Pachayamma, the third of the 7 goddesses of Asivaham. As ancient Pandyas were fishermen apart from being farmers, they called Pachayamma as Meenakshi, calling the green goddess of agriculture by sea-oriented name Meen, which means fish. Meen plus Achi, Meenakshi. Achi means rule. Hence, Meenakshi means the rule of the fish. The existence of the name Meenakshi is a proof of the reality called Dwapara Yuga. There were 5 Pandya kingdoms in the times of Krishna, and they are the Pandavas. Their common goddesses was Meenakshi, who was the goddess of the green agri land, who was also called as Tarai plus Padi, Tarai Padi, Trapadi, Traupadi, which is another name of Panchali. Hence, Panchali or Traupadi represents the agricultural lands belonging to the 5 Pandya kings, which was represented by Meenakshi. Hence, Panchali, Traupadi, and Meenakshi were one and the same. Panchali means possessing 5 males, as there were 5 former kingdoms during Mahabharata. As the Pandyas were ruling the seas too, their emblem became twin fishes, and their flag carried this emblem. Mahabharata narrates that Arjuna burnt forest and earned the wrath of Takshaka. It actually means that Arjuna was converting the forest land into agricultural land, and torching the forest was part of that process. Obviously, there should have been tussle between the cattle herders and farmers. Takshaka was some regional king of cattle herders of that particular region, which Arjuna should have tried to convert into a farming land. The Balaraman character with a plow means that a new breed of farmers originated from the cattle herders of Tamil Nadu. As they too could have become black after becoming agriculturists, these new agriculturists could have been called as Kallas, as Kal means black, as the old agriculturists were already called as Mallas, where Mal means black. These Kallas too, the new farmers, were having Vandi called bullock cart, and it should have been the origin of the subcaste called Vandayar. Vandiyer, Vandayar. Well after Mahabharata times, a section of these Pandyas, which might have included both Mallas and Kallas, then migrated to Kaveri river delta region and practiced both fishing and agricultures. These Mallas and Kallas, who were the new Pandya, should have been friendly clans, as Arjuna was a Mallar whose brother-in-law was Krishna, and Balaraman, the elder brother of Krishna, whose community later came to be called as Kallas. This Balarama, who originated an agriculture tribe out of Tamil Nadu Yadava community, obviously bridged Mallas and Yadavas, and hence he was called Sangarshana. Sangarshana means the one who brought two communities together. Sangam means bringing together, and Arasanan means possessing a kingdom. Sangam plus Arasanan, Sangarasanan, Sangarshana. He was rightly called Sangarasanan after his times. However, when this new Pandya population swelled, they had to cultivate more of agri lands, and again a section of these people started to move deeper into the land areas from the delta region. As they were then far away from the sea coast, they were no longer able to do fishing in the seas. They were tied to farming activity only. Hence, they were the ones who owned the title Pandyas, which originally meant agriculture, and the center of the rule was Madurai. The name Madurai evolved out of Marudam, the agri lands. Maruda, Madura. Maruda, Madura. The people who stayed near the seas and who practiced both agriculture and fishing as usual called themselves as Chola. The Chola, who were originally Pandyas, got separated from them because of the physical distance, and as Pandya name was originally attributed to farmers, the fishing and farming community who lived near the seas were called by a different and distinguishing name as Chola, associating them with the Sori of the seas. Their center of rule was Tanjavur or Kaviri Pumbattinam. Their royal emblem was tiger. I am unable to guess the reason for choosing tiger as their emblem. It is very clear from the analysis that both Pandyas and Cholas hailed from ancient Naga tribe. The Cheras hailed from ancient Ekar tribe, who again hailed originally from Naga tribe.